Hey guys, welcome back to Foundations Friday. This week we're talking all about paint. So last week I talked about all the different prosthetic casting materials. If you want to check out that video, click somewhere around here. This week I figured I'd talk about choosing your paint depending on whatever material you are using. If you're not going to be using any prosthetics, if you're just going to be doing simple body painting, my preference for paint is good old water activated paint. I like these for body painting because they won't smudge together. You can mix colors while they're wet, but you can also layer colors once they're dry so you don't get muddy colors. Another option when you're body painting is going to be grease or cream makeup. These are the Mehron Cream Blend Sticks. They're just basically like a giant kind of lipstick roll-up guy with grease paint. They are very messy to use. Grease paint can be really tricky and fussy because your lines can blend together and you have to set them with powder or else they'll move all around. You don't want to use colors on top of one another or else they can get very muddy, but you can also use these in conjunction with the water activated ones and use them to shade or highlight once you have your base color down. Now there's also cream makeups which are a little bit thicker than a grease paint. These are typically going to be in a pan, and these are good for bruising, working directly on the skin, things like that. Now on to paint for the different prosthetic materials. So last week I talked about gelatin, foam latex, and silicone, and I'm also going to throw just regular old latex into this one too. So if you're painting on top of a latex buildup onto the skin, or a latex prosthetic, or like a latex prop like this little shrunken head guy here, you're not going to want to use anything oil-based because over time the oil in whatever paint you're using is going to degrade the latex, so you're not going to want to use something like a grease paint. So instead you're going to want to use something called PAX paint. PAX, P-A-X, is a type of paint that you can either buy online or you can make yourself using acrylic paint and Pros-Aide medical adhesive. So you mix prosthetic adhesive and acrylic paint to form a hybrid paint that will end up fully drying on the latex so it won't smudge around or anything like a grease paint or a foundation or anything like that, and it will move with the latex. So latex is a stretchy material. If you were to put just straight up acrylic paint on it, eventually that paint would crack from the flexing in it. But if you put down a few base coats of PAX paint, you can use very thin washes of straight acrylic paint on top, and then it won't crack. PAX paint is also going to be what you want to use for foam latex appliances because it ends up kind of sealing the foam latex. You're not going to want to use any type of very liquidy material like an alcohol paint directly onto the foam latex before you put PAX paint down, because the foam latex will act as a sponge and just kind of swell and distort. So you're going to want to basically seal the prosthetic with PAX paint before going in with any other type of paint. Now on to gelatin prosthetics. You can paint on top of gelatin prosthetics. I have done it, but it does kind of take away from the benefit of gelatin, which is its translucency. So most times you're going to want to tint the gelatin with a powder. You can use foundation, eyeshadow, anything like that to tint your gelatin while you're heating it. Just stir it in until you're satisfied with the color, so that way it's actually in the color. And then you can do light washes of either an alcohol palette or airbrushed alcohol paints. Little bottles like this of the Endura paints, I believe, run for about $16 to $20 depending on the retailer you buy them from. And alcohol palettes can run anywhere from $90 to well over $100. So they are more expensive, but they do have the pros of being able to give you very light washes of color and realistic veining and things like that. Silicone is the same as gelatin. It's usually used because of its translucency, its realism. So you're going to want to tint silicone as well, and you can either use pigments designed specifically for tinting silicone, which can be rather expensive, or you can even use oil paints. And then you can go back in with things like alcohol paints on top. Thank you so much for watching this Foundations Friday. I know it was kind of a really simple one, but knowing what paint to use when is actually really important, because if you're using paints that don't work well with certain materials. It doesn't let your work and the materials shine as they should. As always, all of my social media links will be listed in the description below, and if you have any suggestions for Tutorial Tuesday, Foundations Friday, or if you have any general questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to let me know in the comments. Also, I kind of have a poll for you guys this week. I've been thinking about potentially switching the layout of my channel. I know I just kind of did this like back in February, but it's seeming to me like you guys do enjoy Tutorial Tuesdays more than Foundations Fridays. I still want to keep Foundations Friday as a part of my channel because I really want to be educating you guys about special effects makeup and teaching you different techniques and teaching you about the materials. So my question for you guys, and let me know down in the comments below, if you would like to see me change the layout of my channel to doing 4 Tutorial Tuesdays a month and 2 Foundations Fridays. Whereas right now I'm doing 4 Foundations Fridays a month and 2 Tutorial Tuesdays. So just let me know down below if yes, you'd like to see me swap to doing more Tutorial Tuesdays, or no, if you'd like me to keep doing more Foundations Fridays a month. Because I want to be putting out videos that you guys want to see. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.